You wake up, check your phone, go to work, thinking you in control. Whole time, your life is being powered by something you don't even think about. The most powerful forces don't argue. They don't post. They don't prove themselves. They just sustain everything. The PhilosoFee Show. Power, perspective, position. If you gotta keep proving you're important, you probably not the sun.
16-pad ring. You a fool for this. You know I had to go get the steppers, right? We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. In the beginning that was light, so I was let's be friends. But at the end of the night, it was by my ends. I'm on the ground with my grind. You can't deny that I'm great. The only thing you can do is up the level on hay. Trump supporters wanna clean our plates. Disguise the debate, killing delay. We on the slay team, and we ain't talking about holidays. Not for gunplay, but money making their way. But if you wanna take it thorough, we can make it rattle. We prepare the cattle, and we are best at battle. They said was gossip when you brought me in this, but it's my everyday struggle that got me this. It was my mama on welfare, my daddy on crack rock. The grind don't stop. I was raised by hip hop. This one for the culture, black excellent hood nurture. We was raised with virtue. It's our time. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God.
Practice how the lines then. Put the paper to pen. We form Voltron, legal women and men. Destroying competition with a devilish grin. Set the pace in the race, cause we winning again. We the best Midwest, house blessings bestow. Dominate the interstate, so these suckers will know. You can't penetrate or integrate, the dungeon is closed. Okay, we liquidate, now you're living exposed. Technique, when we speak, rap rugged and raw. Transparent and translucent, going bar for bar. Right like two wheels on the back of a car. Like tight like vice grips on the lid of a jar. We haven't sent, pay the rent, courtesy of the team. It's inevitable, how we severing dreams. It's commendable, how we stepped on the scene. We separating God shit from your devilish schemes.
We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God shit.
Yeah, God shit. Great orderly direction. Showing you how intelligence triumphs. God shit.
Arlington, Texas. The spotlight is getting ready to shine. On August 22, 2026, the Yours Awards Dallas edition will bring together some of the most talented and influential voices in the entertainment scene. Hosted by Connecting the Dots SNG and headlined by Jay Waiters, the night will feature live performances, red carpet moments, and unforgettable energy. Artists, entertainers, and rising stars will step into the spotlight at Wix in Arlington, Texas, celebrating creativity, talent, and excellence in entertainment. From the red carpet arrivals to powerful performances on stage, this will be a night where talent meets recognition.
Key principles of purpose. A clear, specific goal. A definite purpose is not vague. It is a well-defined target with a clear outcome. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, one must state, I want to build a business that generates $100,000 in revenue within 2 years. Skills advice. Define your purpose in one clear sentence. Avoid general goals. Be precise and specific. a burning desire for achievement. Having a definite purpose alone is not enough. It must be backed by an intense desire. Hill emphasizes that success comes to those who are obsessed with achieving their purpose. The desire fuels persistence and helps overcome obstacles. To do this, write down your definite purpose, describe why it is important to you, visualize achieving it daily. A definite plan and taking action. Once you have your purpose, you must develop a definite plan and take consistent action. Many people fail because they have ideas but never act on them. Hill insists that success is the result of planning and executing, not just wishing. Steps to apply. Break your goals into small, actionable steps. 2. Set deadlines for each milestone. 3. Adjust and persist until you succeed. Hill teaches that believing your purpose is essential. By using auto-suggestion, the practice of repeatedly affirming your goal, you train your subconscious mind to align with the definite purpose. How to do this? Every day, affirm your definite purpose aloud. Surround yourself with people who reinforce your belief. Mastermind alliance. Surrounding yourself with the right people. A definite purpose is amplified when you connect with like-minded individuals. Hill encourages forming a mastermind group, a network of people who support and challenge you to reach your goals. How to build your mastermind. Find mentors and peers who align with your purpose. Regularly discuss ideas, strategies, and progress. Be accountable to your group. The consequences of indefiniteness. Hill warns that those without a definite purpose become drifters. People who wander aimlessly, never achieving success. Drifters make excuses instead of taking action, allow circumstances to dictate their lives, lack persistence, and easily gives up. The solution? Commit to a definite purpose and never waver. All right, for all my people that want to be successful, here goes some assignments. Write your definite major purpose statement. What is your ultimate goal? Why do you want to achieve it? What steps will you take? Memorize and recite your purpose daily, morning and night. Affirm your definite purpose. Take the first action step today. Identify one small task that moves you towards your goal. Memorize and recite your purpose daily. Morning and night, affirm your definite purpose. Take the first action step today. Identify one small task that moves you towards your goal. Definite of purpose is the foundation of all great achievement. Those who succeed do so intentionally. They set clear goals, develop plans, persist despite obstacles, and believe in their ability to achieve. As Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So what is your definite purpose?
All right. All right. Welcome to another episode of the PhilosoFee Show. I'm your host, Tweezy the Don. I got my special guest, Lyrik Hunter, in the house tonight. How you doing, Lyrik Hunter?
Doing good.
Good. I am very pleased to have you on the show today. We're going to start off definitely with you're going to introduce who you are, what you do, and then we're going to dive into some questions that I prepared for you. And we're going to get a little bit all up in your business a little bit, not on no boo-boo, you know what I'm saying, but on some PhilosoFee Show type deal. So talk to my supporters and let them know who is in the house tonight.
Okay. So my name is Lyrik Hunter. My birth name is Crystal. I am a poet, a singer-songwriter, author, recording artist, teaching artist, big time community advocate. I believe in supporting the community and thriving in our community. I'm a full-time entrepreneur now. As of 2023, so I've been blessed to live out my dreams through my creative talents and gifts, and to do it full time. So really, really dive into it. So I'm happy to be here and talk to you. You know?
Nice. Nice. That's a super blessing, to be an entrepreneur full time,
Yes.
It goes right into what we're doing. This is season 4 of the PhilosoFee Show. Season 3 was about the habitat where we live, because I really in season 3 I wanted to kind of bring humbleness to individuals who take living so, I guess, like we don't understand how much of a blessing it is to live, to be on this earth, because if you look at the planets, depending on what type of how you think, it's the only planet that got life.
Right.
So what I went into why is it that Earth is the only place that has life, and it's a blessing. It's really a blessing to be alive and living on this planet. The sun could blow up and it could be over. It's certain things that we don't think about, which I understand why we don't think about it, but I'm the type of person, I think about that. It's like,
Right.
it makes my life more fuller when I think about it like that. So this season 4 is about success, because I think a lot of people, I don't know, I can't, I'm one person, and I talk to people one-on-one, and you look on Facebook and you think everybody wants success, but I know I want success, and I know my definition of success. So I'm really talking to the people who understands and know what success is in their own lane. Not my definition of success, your own definition of success. So again, last episode was about desire, because you got to have a desire. If you don't have a desire for something, you're not going to really go after it.
Exactly.
So this episode is about faith. So you can't just have desire, because you can have desire for a sandwich, but if you don't have faith to make it, or get money to go get it, or know that you can have it, and that's a sandwich might not be, I say, if you want $1 million, you can have the desire to get $1 million, to want $1 million, but do you have the faith to know that you're going to get that $1 million? So before we jump into that, I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
And we're gonna start off with the first question. And I'm gonna be looking at my notes while I'm asking them. You started writing as a child and carried it into adulthood. At what point did writing stop being something you enjoyed and became something that you needed?
Ooh. Maybe I would probably have to say around 22.
Okay.
I'm 46 now, so
We
yeah.
young.
When I'm sorry.
Nah, I'll just say we young.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's 22. That's when I, started going through some of the tougher periods
Okay.
of my life, and it became something I needed.
So the age of 22.
Hmm.
Okay. You wear many hats: poet, singer, speaker, actress, mentor, advocate, entrepreneur. Which role feels most natural to you, and which one required the most growth?
Most natural, I mean, in a natural state, I'm a community advocate to begin with.
Okay.
I think as far as what took the most growth, would probably be the speaking and actress. I've never really had a desire to be up front, in the spotlight. That's always been something I struggled with. I've always been nervous to speak in front of people, and things like that. So I think that those things probably took the most growth for me.
Okay, that sounds about right. All right, before the stages, before the applause, before the recognition, what was the original wound, question, or experience that poetry helped you process?
Pain, hurt, failure. What most people consider failure, because I don't really use failure in my vocabulary these days. But yeah, the tough times, it's easy to talk about the happy times. It's not always as easy to talk about the difficulty with just getting through life in general. So yeah, it definitely has to fall in that category.
Pain. That pain stimuli is a powerful. It's powerful.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that one. I know on my page I have my No Crumbs Coalition stats and affirmation. So we talk a lot about purpose. So do you believe purpose is discovered, or do you believe purpose is built through action?
I think it could be both,
Yeah.
and probably a mixture of both.
True.
And I say that because, of course, learning yourself requires self-discovery, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also being in fellowship and community with other individuals that help bring out certain aspects of you, that also helps you build, purpose. So I think it could honestly be a combination of both. Yeah, I think that's what makes the most sense to me.
Okay. I'm with you on there. It's I think it is a combination of both. Um, it could be more than the other, It could be a mixture, like you said, like a 50-50. But I think in my case, it was more. It was. I believe it was a mixture. I think it was probably 60% built through action, because you have to. How can I say it? With me. I have to see it, and and I ain't talking about God and faith and all that. I'm talking about me. I have to see that I could do it, and
Yeah,
once I see it, then I know, okay, I got through this. All right, then I can get through this.
right.
And then to me is almost the same thing, because then now you discovering that you could do it.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, I think that's a good answer, and it was a good question. I like that. So we're gonna talk about 2019, when you was unexpectedly placed on the open mic list in 2019. I do got that right.
Yeah.
How often do you think our destiny arrives disguised as something we never planned?
Often.
Oh man.
Like really often. Um, it's it's crazy how a lot of people I talk to that's walking in their purpose have literally expressed how certain things came in moments where they never expected it. And it's literally how things have happened for me. And I don't know, sometimes I sit around and I'm like, "Man, that's crazy." You know, how I never thought about doing certain things that were already natural for me, and never even expected those things to allow me the space and the freedom to do them without worrying about how I'm gonna make ends and take care of myself, and still be happy, not stressed and not burned out, not, avoiding doing the things because I'm doing all the things I love. But all the success that has come from certain leaps that I've taken to do stuff that somebody else was just like, "Oh, you should do this." Yeah, I'm like, I ain't doing that. And then when I do it, it's like, dang, it opens up, all these other doors and windows to show you like this is literally what you're supposed to be doing. So yeah, I think that happens often. I think that happens often. Um, but yeah, when you know, you know,
When you know, you know.
and and you just got to stick to it at that point.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. You describe your work as healing centered. Um, what's the difference between a poem that entertains and a poem that heals?
Yes, I love this question. Um, I mean, poems that entertain, like, is self-explanatory. You entertain the crowd, so you giving the crowd what they want because you know that's what they don't like or what they gonna be digging. Um, but a poem or a piece of work that heals, it's a whole nother realm. When you're not worried about who's gonna like it, um, who's gonna relate, who's going to understand it. You just putting it out there because you know the message needs to be heard.
Talk to them.
Um, it's a different type of feeling. It's a different type of wholeness. Like to just be able to do what you do with no worries about what nobody else is thinking.
Yeah.
Because those messages get to everybody that they need to get to when they need to get there. And the applause and the likes and the, follows, none of that is a I guess correct depiction of the change and the difference that you can make in somebody else's life. It's just a different feeling. It allows you to live without worrying about the outside chatter, you know. But yeah, I mean, both can be enjoyable though.
Right,
You
right.
having fun, you entertaining, cool, do your thing. Because I have done that, I do that from time to time too. Different spaces call for different things. But I certainly want to make a difference with my work more than I want to entertain.
True, true. And I'm gonna be the first. Well, I ain't gonna be the first, but I'm gonna tell you I appreciate that that mindfulness of that because we need more of that. And
Yeah,
I'm so happy that because that's really what the philosophy show embodies. I made this podcast because, let's just say me and you, we'll do a podcast, we'll cut up and blah blah blah. Then we get off the podcast and we start talking about real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this is the type of stuff that we need to be talking about for real. Like, why is we
yes,
talking? We just want to entertain and do all this other stuff, and that's fine. But you got to think about this. It's enough of that. It's saturated.
it is.
So who cares if you don't got a lot of follows and blah blah blah? Some people, everybody needs to hear some sense. Everybody.
Exactly.
so,
Exactly.
I appreciate you for that. You performed across the country and touched many communities. Have you found that people are more different from one another or more alike than they realize?
Um, I think this might be able to go both ways too. I think it just depends on who you're interacting with. Everybody's life experiences are different. But also the same, like we might think that we're the only ones that experience a certain something.
Right.
But the more we get out and about in different areas of the world, the city even, we find that there are other people that understand, what we're going through, because they've experienced it in some form. But I do feel like certain people who may not be, what word do I want to use? In a space where they can communicate effectively may be the difference. That just may be the plain difference. They may not be able to communicate in a way that help us understand who they are. So we just think they're different, but they're not that way. You see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's we might be the same, but we can't communicate it the same. A lot of people don't communicate it the same.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we just automatically put them in a category all to themselves. Like, they not like us, but they really are like us. They just don't know how to communicate that, how to get that across to where we understand their experiences or their story.
Right. And different cultures communicate differently.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right. Your brand promotes mental wellness. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Your brand promotes mental wellness through creative arts. Why do you think so many people are comfortable discussing physical health, but uncomfortable discussing emotional health?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, it all probably boils down to just comfortability and being vulnerable, um, or just free enough within yourself to say, I need to address this, you know?
Yeah.
But what I've discovered is that the root of everything that people are afraid to address or are not willing to address still boils down to your own internal self-love. When you love yourself fully, you're not really afraid of what nobody else thinks about you if they see that you need to work on something. Correct. You realize that we're all humans growing and learning in our own life experiences. So judging another person's journey is not gonna get us nowhere. But what we can do is share our journeys, learn from each other, figure out the best ways that work for us, because everybody.
Oh, I think something happened with your phone. Hold on. Ooh, I don't know what that is.
It was pretty loud though, but it's okay. Is it going on your end?
Yep. All right, we back.
Okay. Right. So yeah, but like I said, I think it just boils down to the self love, the love that you have for yourself, allows you to tap into things that you may have been afraid to tap into before.
Okay.
People are afraid of judgment. People are afraid of looking like a failure, worrying about what other people think. And when you really truly love yourself, it don't matter what the other folks think because you're working on you.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
And could I add this because I had to do this even up to this day. Even you can love your I love myself, and I'm very comfortable talking about my my neglect from my mother and my physical abuse from my father. It led me to doing a lot of destructive decisions that I made that I used to blame on everybody else. I did that, you know, and once I wrung it back to myself and started taking responsibility for myself, for the way I thought about the situation, I had to start removing people because sometimes, you know, people use that when you can love yourself and you can talk about your faults and your mental health, then you got somebody who's gonna use that against you. So you got to you got to get that, you gotta see that, and then you got to get away from that also. So
Absolutely.
I gotta add that because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for people to talk about it, especially when people they used to people using it against them. You know.
Yes.
So, but that is
That's something.
that's the least of it though. Like you said, loving yourself is the number one thing that you have to do. You know. So leaving people alone, unless it's family, and even if it's family, I learned that it's not hard for me to do it no more.
It's,
You know.
it's not. It's not.
So I'm talking about family, old friends, whoever it is, leave them alone. You know.
I'm telling you, it's crazy how many people I have cut out.
Whew,
And I never would have thought I had to.
man. Whew. That's how you know
But
to love yourself.
hey,
You hear me?
yes, indeed.
Man. All right. If someone listening to every poem you've ever written, what recurring lesson would they discover about Lyrik Hunter?
Forgiveness. Forgiveness, even when it's not spoken out loud. And just finding the lessons in everything that you experience, even the painful times, even the times where you feel like somebody used you or did you wrong. Finding the lessons in it. And also understanding that even if it's not a lesson that you needed to learn, might have been one that they needed to learn. But forgiveness is at the top of my list. I forgive way before anybody extends forgiveness to me. And even in times where they never do. But I find a way to forgive them and move forward. I might not forgive them too,
Hey,
but I'm gonna forgive you and I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna hold no grudges. I'm not gonna be angry. I'm not gonna allow no space in my heart to harbor anger and hate because I got too much love to put out and I can't overpower that with hatred and anger. So yeah, forgiveness.
forgiveness. You know, it took me a while to get there. The first person I had to forgive was my mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't get a chance to forgive her while she was alive. You know, because she died while I was she died pretty young. I was like 13 years old when she died. But
Sorry to hear that.
I'm 47. So,
Okay.
and with my mother, I was thinking about this the other day, and not on no sad stuff, just thinking about it. I was just like, man, I never heard my mama talk, but only one time. That's how you know. I don't remember the young days for real. You know, I remember what I remember about my mother was two situations. One day, I mean, I was a little kid, and I probably was like 3, I believe, because I was eating some chips off the ground. I didn't even know they was off the ground. I was eating some chips off the ground, and a whole bunch of ants was on me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know. Like I'm eating these chips and just all ants over me. And she came and got me, did that. I remember that, and I remember after I was cause I thought my mama put me up for adoption. Cause my mama had me when she was 16, so she was young. You know, I thought my mama put me up for adoption, but it was really my grandma. But that's a whole nother story. So when I was living with my father, cause my father came and got me, she came. I was upstairs with my daddy, and he was like, "Your mama downstairs." You know, I guess she came to come see me, and I remember she was like, "I am your only mama. You only got one mama." She told me that. She was like, "You only got one mama," and I remember then I smelled liquor on her breath. You know, I didn't know what it was back then, but the older I got, I knew what it was. I'm like, okay. So those are the two things that I remember about my mama. That when she was alive, I saw her before when she was sick, because she died of pneumonia. I saw her when she was sick, and I didn't attend the funeral because I didn't want to see her in the casket. I didn't want to see her like that for the last time. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, like that's how I felt when I was that age. I did not want to go see her in the casket for the last time. I didn't want to see that. So I had a lot of anger issues while she was alive about her. I told people my mama was already dead before she was dead. You know what I'm saying? I used to fight people when they used to do yo mama jokes. I used to whoop people ass because I was dealing with that the only way I knew how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to and this was like not recently, probably within 5 years, I had to forgive her and look at how my life actually is right now and be happy that I was born. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I talk a lot. I talk about humbleness because regardless of what happened, it's hard to say that when it come out your mouth and when you go through a lot of shit that probably people never went through. You say you should be humble that you're alive and that you are where you at right now, period. So you have to forgive. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't get no directions on this. And she was 16, so she was 15 when she got pregnant. So she didn't know what she was doing, So I had to sit back and forgive her. And I had to forgive my grandma, because once my grandma told me she did it, I'm like, what type of grandma? Now I understand. I'm like, what type of, her mama? Why would you put me up for adoption? And I know the answer was, my mama wasn't around. That's what she told me. She's like, your mama was, I'm like, I just didn't get it. But then I had to get it. I had to get it. I had to understand, like, okay, this is, I had to listen to my grandma's story, and understand where her mind was at. And it makes a lot of, once you live your life long enough, everything kind of makes sense if you really want to know what's going on. Now if you want to stay stuck in the blame game, you're never going to understand. You're never going to get the answer that you want if you playing the blame game. You can't.
Exactly.
So you hitting them. You hitting it right where it counts. I like it. I love it. And this is my therapy, just to let you know.
Right?
This is my
hey,
therapy.
we all got something.
Yeah.
that helps us.
Most definitely. Um, so many artists chase visibility. Do you think impact and popularity are the same thing, or are they completely different currencies?
I think it's different.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I definitely think it's different. But popularity is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
People know who you are. Do they really support your message? Maybe not.
Talk to them.
You know, but they
Mm-hmm.
know you, and it's cool. Popularity is cool. It's not nothing bad. It's just bad when that's the only thing you're seeking.
True.
There has to be something bigger than people just knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, do they know what you're about? Can they speak good things about you? You know, the impact you make is going to always far. It should always far exceed the popularity. Um, and a lot of people just stop at the popularity part, and they're fine with it. But that's in a space where you're feeding ego
Yeah.
and not soul, not spirit. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's different. I think it's a big difference.
I'm with you on that. You mentor and support other artists. Um,
Hmm.
what is something the creative community desperately need more of right now?
True support.
Talk.
Uh,
Woo. God, woo. Talk to
There-
them.
It's just it's really no real answer, no real beating around the bush in that area. It's really about true support. Not supporting because you know 1,000 other people gonna be there if you go. Um, Not supporting because you feel like if you connected to so and so that that's gonna make you better than you are or whatever. But really supporting because you believe in that and you want to be supportive. You know, the only way that anything we create in our communities is going to survive is if people are supporting it. Um, and if we want the impact to be larger than just our general spaces in the city, then we have to support them and help them grow. It doesn't mean you have to be, at every single thing, but support in the ways that you can support and support genuinely, not for how it's going to make you look, but because you really want to support it and you really want to see it grow, just the same way you would want someone to do for you.
No doubt. And I never understood fake support until I actually start realizing what it was, if that makes sense. I
Hmm.
I, I didn't, I had to get over this real quick. I thought since I was very popular in high school, I won popular, when they do the end of the year stuff, the most popular and
Hmm.
all that. And I didn't even think of it like that, but I ain't gonna lie, I was just that type of individual. But
Right.
but I thought that was gonna carry on to this type of situation, and oh boy, it didn't.
Hmm.
It did not in no type of way. Like even the people, like I was within a group, a R&B group. Even they wasn't supportive of the group when we got out of high school. It was
Hmm.
like, so it's that support is a facade at points. It's a
Yeah.
facade. So the healing part of it and the meaning part of it is more important. What are you doing this for? Are you do
Hmm.
that's the question when it comes to a lot of artists and entertainers. It's like, what are you doing this for, and what is the means to the end? Do you have to have these people supporting you to do this? or
Right.
you look, or you being a magnet more than somebody just looking for popularity. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
chose to become a magnet instead of, if you don't like to be taught something on a higher level, this ain't for you, and that's all
Right.
right. That's fine. But I'm not finna uh, act a fool so you can like my stuff. That's just not.
Exactly.
It's not in me to do that. It never was. And I'm so happy I never fell into that. I straight had way more followers than I had before. I took a conscious thought to start my whole Facebook page over, and the reason, well, the ingredients for it this time was quality over quantity,
Mm-hmm.
and I still got the same views.
Okay. It's something about it, like when you really doing it because you know this is needed. The people that's supposed to be connected to it, they gonna come. We can't even worry about the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they either there for it for the truth or they not.
Real
You
talk.
know, so it can be a little. It could definitely be a little discouraging at certain points until you get to a point where you realize, okay, none of the other stuff matters. What matters is who's here and who wants the message.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk.
Yeah.
You've been involved with artists since mid 1990s. I yeah. Like when people heard 1990s now, we straight at the age where that 1990 sound like ancient. Y'all better leave us a fuck alone, man.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
they think we ancient.
I'm like, oh man, but not really, because I'm the type of person that I didn't want to stay young. I ain't gonna lie.
Hmm.
I ain't saying I want to get old and like
Right.
that, but right here, this is the, what they call it, the Goldilocks spot. I like this. I
Yeah.
like this part. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be
Hmm.
here. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to be here. And I'm looking forward to my 50s. I'm definitely looking forward to my 60s. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
So, um, let me finish with the question. You've been involved with the artist since mid 1990s.
Mhm.
What wisdom would today's version of Lyrik give the younger version of Lyrik?
Oh, definitely try all the things and do all the things. You know, the stuff that you're afraid to do those first.
Mm, yes.
um, I have found that
Oh, hold on, hold on. I'm doing it again. I don't know what that is. Hold on, though. Let me see. What is that? Why is it doing that? Oh, oh. Uh, what we gonna do? We gonna go. Let me do a quick break and see if it go away. Let me do that real quick. I don't know what that is. I ain't never had that happen before. But what we gonna do is we gonna go to a quick break. Then we gonna come back and hopefully this resolves itself, because I still got two more questions for Lyrik Hunter right now. So we gonna get to them questions. Let me go ahead and where we at? But still, we're gonna go there. We're gonna play that real quick.
DA Beats.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another pretty day. Bowling Green as far as St. Louis. It is officially barbecue weather. Vito banging that boy Tweez, huh? This is for Kings Highway. Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck you gon' see me and they hate where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Wasn't invited, motherfucker, don't go. What you said, and we were texting SMH. It is what it is, and make no mistakes. Goddamn club got where it starts too late. Overwhelmed by foo-foo, too grown play. Enjoy setting with friends, some real Uno. Skip, reverse, change the color, draw for more. Now you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck you gon' see me and they hate where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part, that part.
When I step up in the place, that's guaranteed money. A lot of smiles and grins, but I don't see nothing funny. Had to cut them clowns short. No, I don't play dummy. Setting up the table, cause I know the meal is coming. I don't fuck with who you fuck with, I don't see the point. If I'm smoking big blunts, why you rolling joints? Never legal with the promo, the people choice champ for Bowling Green to Collinsville, I'm stamped. We lay the count, why you hating on me? Cause it's slated for me. Need to get up off your ass, you might get in my G. Stop supporting them lanes, put most high in the game. Stop that capping type shit and stop passing the blame. I can't fuck with no haters, I done did that way back. Heart open, no jack, but homie became straight rag. That's facts, so I move accordingly. Stay cornball free, man, you can't get close to me.
Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck you gon' see me and they hatin' where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part.
You a fool, Vito Banger.
That part, that part, that part, that part,
I wanna hear that one.
that part.
All right. Let's see how far we go on this one. They ain't stopping us. Hey, this
Right.
what I be knowing when the conversation get good. They be trying to. Trump, is that you? Boy, don't be playing with us over here, goddamn.
Exactly.
All right. Let me see. I ain't gonna lie though. Ever since Trump got in, my stuff been acting funny, man. This ain't no lie. These are facts. But you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know, I ain't
They
scared.
don't want you.
I ain't scared of you, Trump. All right. What? So, did you finish what you were saying? I didn't.
I think for the most part, yes, but yes, I would definitely be like, yeah, we trying all the things. We trying all the things, even especially the ones we want to do and we're afraid to do. Where I would say Yeah, stop worrying about what people think.
Yeah.
Um, and even when you have to let go of certain people or things, just know that it's good. It's gonna be okay. It's not abandonment. It's you growing in different areas, and everybody can't come with you.
Real talk. Real talk. When I had to ask myself that same question, because that was a good question, and you know what I would have told myself, man? I would have told myself to give me everything that I wanted from my mother and my father, from my parents. I just say from my parents. If I would have done that, man, if that was so simple that things be so simple you don't even know it, you know. If I would have done that, I would have not made a lot of the choices that I made. I ain't gonna even say mistakes. I would have, because some of the things that I called mistakes were blessings too. So
Right.
so I would have told myself to do that, man. And I smiled when I said it because now I'm doing
Yeah.
that. So
And that's the beauty of it.
it's the beauty of it, man.
Yes.
Hold on, let me. All right, the hashtag poetic healing movement is bigger than performances. Um, what does
Absolutely.
what does healing actually look like in real life when the microphone is turned off?
When the microphone is off, when the cameras are off, it's still a lot of writing, a lot of self reflection, and sometimes maybe way more than I need to because the Capricorn in me don't let me not overthink. Um, but it's definitely a lot of self reflection, grace. Um, I write about everything, even when I'm not creating poetry or songs. Um, Writing is really something that I use as a healing tool. It has allowed me to get through a lot of things, stuff that even some of the people closest to me still don't know that I went through.
Yeah,
But it's in them journals.
no doubt.
Uh, but yeah, I think it just looks like a lot of self reflection, sitting with my thoughts and being okay with what people call being alone.
Solitude.
Um, yeah, it's not really alone when you
Think
really
about
get
it.
down to the nitty gritty, you know.
Yeah.
Or it ain't lonely. Let me just say that
True. There you go.
because people will associate being alone with lonely, and it.
Ooh.
But yeah, so yeah, I think that at the end of the day, when the microphones are off, it's raw, it's real raw. But I'm so much like to the point where I'm okay with walking in the space that shows people exactly who I am all the time. So I don't even have to feel like I got to put on a mask, when I'm out performing or when I'm out supporting other people. I am myself all the time. The
Very.
business side of me knows how to have conversations in different spaces. That's not our people. But I still don't have to worry about not being myself. But when those microphones ain't on and the cameras ain't on, I'm sitting with myself. So where people might see me as a outgoing person with a lot of people, they think all those people my friends, and they not. They're not. They're people that I know. All of them are not my friends, so I sit with myself a lot, and I enjoy my me time. And I'm thankful for the time that I do get to actually sit with my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions and weigh them out, to help me make the best decisions for myself.
No doubt. That's it's crazy you saying that because that's what season I mean, actually, I did just get out of a relationship, and before that, I was in a relationship, and I took 7 months of solitude, and I decided to hop back into a relationship, and it was the wrong thing to do, and it was all on me, and it's you know, and now that I'm back in that solitude state, I enjoy the peace of it, and I'm not sitting here saying that you're not. I'm human. Yeah, I get lonely, but
Mhm.
the part of positioning yourself, working on yourself, is more fulfilling than dealing with another person who's not on that same level.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so believe me, I understand when you say it's not lonely, it's solitude. Look the word up. Look the
Mhm.
word solitude up. Not you. I know you know, but people
Right.
who don't know what it is, look it up. It's not lonely, okay? And
Mhm.
it was a time, and I would challenge people this, because I don't think people trip off this a lot. Sit with yourself and see how long you can do it. Just do it.
Yep.
You know, um, I almost had a panic attack the first time I did it. I ain't even gonna lie. I almost had a
Yes.
panic attack the first time I tried to sit alone with my thoughts, and that's when I knew I had to make a change.
Mhm.
So you hit
Yeah,
me.
all that stuff scrambled up in there. You got to make some sense of it at some point.
You better.
Otherwise, you just adding to it and adding to it, adding to it, and then you have a blow up.
Yes. Preach on. All right. And when I ask this question, you can say this poem if you want to. I'm just letting you know. If you could perform one poem for every person in America at the same time, what message would you want them to hear?
Um, I do have a poem titled "Timeless" that I feel like is a perfect message for everybody, no matter what, I guess, point of life they're in on their journey. Um, I feel like it's important for people to understand that just because you have to pivot or start fresh or try again doesn't mean that it's over.
Nice.
It just means that you have more experience to work with this time, and it is going to be beautiful than before, more beautiful than before, right?
Right.
Um, so I would definitely want to make sure the world knows that starting over can still be beautiful,
Whew.
no matter how many times you have to do it.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Woo, you hitting them, because every time you say something, it made me think about my journey, and that's how the words of healing. That's what they do. So
Mhm.
um, I did a soliloquy called "From Scratch," and it's pretty much saying what you saying. It's like you go through all these things, and then when you start over, it's not failure, it's starting from truth. Now you starting from the truth, and
Yes.
you know what I'm saying. And then, like you said, it's more experience. You know what not to do, you know what to do. So don't think it's failure. And another thing, I used to always rush. It's like I was always rushing. What am I
Yeah.
rushing to? You know what I'm saying? It's like the hours move exactly the same way they moved yesterday, the minutes, the days. What am I rushing to? So if you got to start
Yes.
over, I get if you at a time where if you ain't 100 years old and you should already have done. I would believe. I don't know though. Everybody different strokes for different folks. But I would think if you 100 years old, you done started over a whole lot of times.
Absolutely.
And you done learned enough to where you done, you where you need to be at that time. Just like I had to realize that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be right now.
Exactly.
And be appreciative of it. Be appreciative of it.
Yes.
All right, we at the last question.
Okay.
So 20 years from now, when people speak the name Lyrik Hunter, what do you hope they remember first? The artist, the advocate, the teacher, or the healer?
I would probably have to lean more towards the healer, but like teacher goes hand in hand with that. I believe that the poetry and everything just ties into the message that I want to spread, which is, healing is a priority. And some people are not ready to address that, and some people are. But when you really are ready, then the messages are going to come through. I would like to think that people would definitely see me as excuse me, as uh, a carrier of truth and healing. Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. That actually goes right into a surprise I got for you.
Okay.
Because I told you, I had one more slot for an honoree for at the Yours Awards, and I went on ahead and did my research, of course, and then being able to interview you today confirmed it, and I will be I will be giving you or presenting you with the Word of Healing Award. So,
Oh, wow.
I already.
That's nice.
So you will be presented that as an honoree at the Yours Awards, and I appreciate everything that you embody because it's needed. I can tell you I need it. you know, it's not a coincidence that we are linking. I know this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I created the Yours Awards for situations like this, because it's just a lot of, I know a lot of people don't, they claim they don't want it and da 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 da. And the thing is, I know people don't need it. I'm talking about need it, but I need it. You know what I'm saying? I need to recognize individuals as yourself, as Michael Quinn, as just people out here that's making an impact, but necessarily not superstars in the realm of TV per se.
Right.
And that was the concept of the Yours Awards. So I appreciate you being the first person to buy a ticket from Dallas, and I appreciate the work that you do. That is it's heartfelt. I feel it, and I love it. So I thank you for that.
Thank you.
And you're definitely welcome. And there's gonna be more to come as far as events, and I like to sneak up on people. I don't like to tell people I'm gonna show up at their events. I just be on their Facebook page looking at dates and be like, I can pull up on this date. You know what I'm saying? This. That's what I like to do, because I know that I wasn't born just to do things around St. Louis. You know, I just know this. I always was gonna travel and go see people and grow because I can't. You know, I can't speak about Dallas, and I don't want to speak about St. Louis like I'm thinking right now. I ain't even gonna let it come out my brain. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm about. Was what I'm thinking. But
Yes,
I have to spread my wings, and
exactly.
I got to come see y'all. You know, I'm got to come. I got to come to an event. A couple of them. We got to link up. And we got to do some things to where we are spreading this type of energy together. So
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
no, no doubt. So um, I hope the people that's watching that y'all got some of that healing because I felt it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go ahead and continue with the show, and I'm gonna play a insert real quick. Let me pull it up so we can get into the lesson. This is the section we call what's.
Everybody believes something. Some people believe they'll succeed. Some people believe they'll fail. Some people believe opportunities exist. Others believe the world is against them. Faith is not merely a religious concept. Faith is belief. Belief held strongly enough that it influences behavior. Napoleon Hill taught that faith is the state of mind that transforms desire into reality, because desire gives direction, but faith supplies conviction. Faith is acting before certainty. Faith is continuing before results. Faith is moving before applause. Most people want evidence before commitment, but achievement usually demands commitment before evidence. The entrepreneur invests before profit. The athlete trains before victory. The builder works before the structure appears. Faith does not guarantee immediate success. Faith guarantees continued effort, and continued effort creates opportunities that doubt never sees. The question isn't, what do you believe? The real question is, what are your actions proving you believe?
All right, all right, all right. So, like I told you, this episode is about faith. So I'm gonna hit a few points, and then I'm gonna go with the question. Um, and these questions are just questions, and how can I say it? I would like your answer, and it's more like your answer is teaching other people, not necessarily like, because I know that I pretty much talking to you know what you're gonna. I believe I know what you're gonna say because they pretty simple questions, but it's more of a teaching question, teaching answer. So point one: faith versus wishful thinking. Faith is not hoping. Faith is not fantasy. Faith is not waiting. Faith has movement attached to it. Wishful thinking waits. Faith acts. So the question is, are you moving towards your goals or simply hoping things happen?
I'm definitely moving towards my goals.
As we should. Point two, faith is built through self-trust. And I know I had said something earlier about, I got to see it. Like, I got to know that I can do it. So once I do it, I build that self-trust. So confidence comes from keeping promises. Discipline creates evidence. Evidence creates belief. Belief creates confidence. Confidence creates action. I can just, because I'll be honest with you, I smoke weed and I drink. I don't smoke cigarettes and it's not, I have smoked cigarettes, but never had a habit of smoking cigarettes. But I have had a habit of smoking weed. I have a habit of smoking weed. I have had a habit of drinking. So
Yeah.
every starting last year, I took a month off, or whenever I felt like I needed to take a break to prove to myself that I'm in control of what I do. You know what I'm saying? So June,
Absolutely.
June, which is this month, I I decide, okay, this is the 6th month of the year. Hey, I ain't finna smoke or drink, and I haven't. I stopped drinking like before June. I stopped drinking like 2 weeks before that. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to drink and just stop. But the weed, I really I found out that I smoke weed to calm myself down. I had to like really dig into that. I'm like, why do I smoke weed? And it's to at first I was taking it to cope with dealing with people. I ain't That's what it was at first. Because I'm a different type of person. I hold myself to a standard where I be trying to hold other people to, and then when they don't reach it, I gotta smoke weed to be like not to go off on them, and
Yeah.
it and that I had to like that's honest truth,
Hey.
so so I stopped that part. Like I had stopped that part. Like I took off a month to stop that. Like I can't be just smoking because of that. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Well, it ain't stupid, but I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, I'm over that. Now I'm smoking just to relax. But then I started saying it was more for my mind to slow down because I'm always thinking. I'm like you said. That's why I could get what you were saying about what you say, the Aquarius or the Capricorn? Which one you
The
say?
Capricorn in me, yeah. I
Yeah,
overthink.
yes, yes. I have that. I'm always thinking. I'm always thinking. I'm always reflecting. You know what I'm saying? So I was smoking because of that. Then I had to, because unlike other people, because it's a stereotype of people who smoke that they smoke and they can't do shit. I can smoke and still be me.
Yes.
You
If
know?
you do it right, you get the right kind, you're gonna
Yeah,
function different.
that's true. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think weed is bad. I ain't stopped smoking weed because it's bad, or drinking because it's bad. I stopped for my own self command. I
Yes.
I get a bigger high off of that than smoking weed, knowing that I can stop whenever I want to and still be me.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. When you got control over this, it's not an addiction.
there you go.
But yeah, I smoke. I'm a smoker, so and I'm not ashamed to say I'm a smoker.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, the anything natural, plants, plant medicine, I'm into all of it.
All day.
Um, but I do feel like you said, when you have control, when you have the control to say, okay, I'm gonna do this today, or I'm not gonna do this today.
Yeah.
That's the important part. But I also learned that we can use whatever we do, especially the marijuana. Anything we smoking can be used for our advantage.
Sorry,
If
man.
you need to manifest certain things in your sessions, use it to your advantage. You know.
No doubt.
But yeah, I'm a big. I have anxiety when I drive, so I smoke. Because if not, I might have a whole panic attack on the road.
No doubt. No doubt. Um, did I already read it? Yep. So the question is on that one, do you trust yourself because of what you say or because of what you consistently done?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would probably have to lean towards what I've consistently done, but because of that, I'm now in a space where I can trust what I say because I know I've consistently done that and it's worked. So when I say it, I'm pretty confident that if I'm saying it, I know I can do it. I know I can trust that.
So, and what I'm hearing, and let me know if I'm right, you done it so much that you know you're not gonna say nothing you're not gonna say nothing that you can't do.
Exactly. And it's really nothing that I believe I can't do. So when I say it, I can say it with confidence and know that because I believe in myself enough, I can do that.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. That was point three. No. All right, point three. The world often doubts first. The world often doubt first. Most visions look unrealistic in the beginning. Most builders are questioned before they're respected. Yeah, that's true. Most leaders are doubted before they are followed. Most success stories sound crazy before they happen. So, question: can you continue even when others don't see what you see?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be delusional by my damn self until they get it.
You hear me?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think that was a tough thing for me to learn, though, when I first started out, because you expect your people, around you to automatically support. And when they don't, you might have a little moment where you feel like, damn, is this going to work?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to work. Be delusional by yourself until they catch on. If they never catch on, that's fine. Somebody else around the corner going to catch on.
Oh yeah.
And you're not going to be worried about the folks that don't catch on.
Talk to them and move around. You know what I'm saying?
Okay?
Move around because just because it's not working here or you don't think it's working here, move the hell around.
Yes.
Move them
Your own
pieces.
cities are the hardest.
Oh man.
The city you live in is the hardest, especially if you grew up there
Yes.
and they done seen all these versions of you.
Mm-hmm.
They like, oh, they ain't talking about nothing, because they thinking about a past version of you. They don't even take the chance,
Yeah.
or it just may not be something that people are into, so we don't get the support that we expected from our city.
True that.
But baby, it's a whole world out here,
The whole world.
and this little pocket we live in is a small percentage of the impact that we can make if we just take the opportunity and the chance to spread our wings.
Spread them. You heard me? And don't forget, too, some people are projecting onto you. So don't ever forget that. You
Yes,
know, they will project that doubt of their own onto you. So I didn't
they will do it.
have done it and will continue to do
Hmm.
it. So remember that. You know, when you just being in that singing group when I was younger, I didn't know it then, but the older I got, I'm like, oh, they didn't believe in themselves. So why they didn't believe in themselves? And you don't
Yeah.
you think people just because they doing it that they believe in themselves, but they don't believe in themselves.
No.
Because it takes you got to do more than just sing to become what you want to become.
Exactly.
You better now, and if you thinking, just look at the Michael Jackson story. When I heard the Michael Jackson story, I don't think that was easy. You know, I used to always joke with people. I was like, shit, my daddy beat me. I didn't become. I used to, I had to get out of that, because getting beat, it don't matter. He shouldn't have got that if that truly happened to him. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I was thinking, all right, he beat him and he got, famous. He got what he wants. So I thought that was, I thought he was kind of, how can I say it? When he complained about it, I was, since I was an abused child, I kind of thought he was, I was like, well, I wish I got beaten and became a millionaire. Shit, I wouldn't
Right.
gave up. But, everybody's story is different. So you gotta You got to live in your own story, man. You can't live in
Yes.
nobody else's. You can
In
learn
your
from
truth, in
everybody
your life.
else's, but you can't live in they shit. Point 4. Did I already say that one? Nope. Faith requires ownership. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Nobody can believe for you. Nobody can believe for you. Nobody can build for you. Woo! That's a hard one to swallow sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't nobody build for you. Okay?
Not a single soul.
Man. So, what responsibilities are you avoiding while waiting for certainty? You know, and I know you personally, I know you're not waiting for nothing because you got it. But this is just a question for the audience right there, because I know people that's waiting on everybody in they city to support them.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. It's not. Never will.
You know, somebody waiting on their mama to do da 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 da. That's not gonna happen.
Yep.
You gotta make it happen. You have to wield it to happen.
Yes.
And you know, you can't think about if it's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
You,
can't.
you really gotta trust yourself enough to know that you're gonna make it happen. You know, it's going to happen. Everything that needs to fall in place will fall in place, even if the people that you want to support the most are not.
Man,
And it's okay. And you don't even have to be mad at them about it either.
true,
It
true.
just may not be their thing, and that's cool. And because some people are not gonna look at it the way you look at it, and they're not gonna support the way you support. They're not gonna treat you the way you treat them. None of it can be, it's not nothing that's in our control, in other words. So we can only do what's in our control, which is do it. Just do the thing.
Just do it. Hey, listen, I'm a person that, and another reason I detox is because for me, weed and alcohol suppress my REM sleep, so I don't dream as much. Once I stop drinking and smoking, my dreams come back to me, and my dreams are my subconscious talking to me. It's reconfirming certain things. It's letting me know what my subconscious is sifting out. So, with that being said, what you just said about just believe in yourself and let it go. I had a dream that I was bowling. So when you trip off a bowling ball or bowling, what do? You 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 roll it and you let it do what it do. You trust that you put enough spin, enough umph on it, so it's gonna go where it's gonna go. You can't run down the aisle. Oh, go this way. You just let that shit roll. You let it roll. You know, that's part of faith. You know, so
Once you release it, it's gone.
It's gone. You know, so once you do the work, once you do everything you supposed to do as who you are, and you know that you've done everything you supposed to do, sometimes you just got to sit back and let that wave do what it do, and that's how we met. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, it surely is.
So, we know what we talking about, and it's all about. And my thing with us, with people, I hope people understand is we do the work on ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? When you do the work on yourself first, you know a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know a lot of things when you look inside and you do the work on yourself. You know, so
So true.
just know that. Take that bowling ball interpretation and use it for your success in life. All right, we on point 5. Faith must survive time. Results rarely arrive immediately. Growth happens quietly. Progress often goes unnoticed. Okay? Progress often goes unnoticed. Faith survives the seasons when nothing appears to be changing. Question: can your belief survive long periods without visible rewards? That's one of the hardest questions and the hardest things to sit with in your life. That validation
Yes.
that you always looking for when you doing all this hard work. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna show nothing until probably 10 years from now. 10 years from when you planted the
Right.
seed. So go ahead.
Yes. Yes. No, no, no. You could.
Okay.
I think so. I think for me personally, yeah, my belief is probably gonna last what longer than anything. I don't. I will honestly say that before I actually took a chance on myself, it surviving on income that's not guaranteed was the furthest thing away from my thought process. Like I was always the one that was like, I gotta know I got money coming.
Right.
And once I changed my mindset about how I look at money and how I look at wealth, um, or even success, it just changed everything. It just changed everything. There is a certain belief that you have to hold within yourself about what you are capable of.
Yes.
Um, that should be like well beyond what anybody could ever fathom, right?
Right.
That thing need to be so tough that can't nobody tell you you can't. Like can't shouldn't be even in your dictionary, in your vocabulary.
Real talk.
It's just not a thing. It's really not a thing when you change the way you feel about yourself and your belief system and how you relate to what you know what this success is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna look the same for everybody,
No.
and you can make it look like what you want it to look like.
Real talk.
What is success to you? What does that mean for you? So you got it. That belief in yourself have to be strong.
Very strong.
And it's the same as like what I said earlier. It's like be delusional about that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can imagine it, you can speak it, you can do it.
No
Yeah.
doubt. You are the architect of your success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And can't nobody take that away from you.
And that's the most precious thing that we have as human beings. The most precious.
Right.
Man, real. All right, we on the final summary of what's the real, and we're talking about faith. If you haven't been watching, um, faith is commitment, faith is confidence, faith is discipline, faith is self-trust, faith is continuing despite uncertainty, faith is acting before applause, faith is believing enough to move. So the final question to y'all, what would you attempt if you truly trusted yourself? So
We.
we gonna let that
That's a
sit.
good question for everybody too.
Man, for real. We gonna let that sit with y'all. What up, Raz? What up, PA Purple Goddess?
Hey, PA.
We got some people on here. We appreciate the support, y'all. Real talk. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna let that sit with y'all, man. I'm gonna say this. I'm doing it. I had a long walk today, man. Cause when I detox, it's kind of like me. I'm going through my, how can I say it? It's therapy, and I start what you call evaluating my subconscious, my dreams. So I had a dream today, and it woke me up. I mean, man, listen, I'm gonna give y'all some pointers. I'm gonna do a PhilosoFee Show on this too. I'll probably do it next season. It's gonna be about Carl Jung. If you don't know who that is, that's a psychologist, and he has dream analysis. He don't tell you what your dreams mean. You gotta know that. What he does, he gives you the symbols and what those symbols represent. Only you can figure out. I mean, if you got help, that can help too. I ain't gonna say that because I could probably help people analyze their dreams, but it's really only you can analyze your dreams if you into yourself, if you do self-evaluation, if you know yourself. And I had a dream today, and it was about. I'm gonna just tell you what it was. I'm gonna share it with you.
Okay.
It felt like a reoccurring dream, I believe it was, but it felt like one at this time. And I was a caregiver. I was a nurse or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a nurse in real life. I do communication. I do commercial construction. So in this dream, I was a CNA. I was a nurse, and a lady. In the dream, I knew who this lady was. I don't know I don't remember who these people were at this point. When I woke up, I'm like, who? I didn't know who these were. So, but in the dream, I knew these people. And my supervisor, which was a woman, she asked me, she was like, where your notes at? I need your notes. You know what I'm saying? So every dream I had, she was asking me, where these notes at? And I don't know why I wasn't giving her the notes. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I never had the notes, And,
right.
and at the last dream I had, I was like, I finally asked her the question. I'm like, what notes are you talking about? And then she was like, well, it's too late. They was due today. And the girl, my coworker was asking me, because I think I asked her, I'm like, well, what notes she talking about? And she was like, won't you ask her? And then I asked, she was like, well, it was due yesterday, or it was due today. And I woke up, and I just started thinking about it. And I did my little Carl Jungian symbolism and notes and notes and notes. And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I was a caregiver, so I'm noting things every day. If you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking like if I'm a caregiver, it should have been easy for me to give her these notes. Basically, what I came up with, and I started thinking to myself, what am I not taking note of in my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is something I could do that's easily done that I'm not doing? And it was me not accepting all the good things that I have done in my life. Being in the military, being a valedictorian. I done graduated college. I done graduated high school. I done got over all the self-destructive things that could have took me to jail. I ain't been to prison. I ain't been to jail. I've been in jail, but I ain't been to prison. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been in jail for probably 2 weeks or something over some bullshit. But I was in the military. I was E6 rank. You know what I'm saying? Valedictorian. I had all A's, 1B. I remember when I talked about being a valedictorian, you know what I was mad at? Because I had a B.
Right.
So I'm taking notes of bullshit, but not taking full notes of the accomplishments I made.
Right.
So your dreams, you might think it's something else, but it's really, and I'm gonna sit here and I cried. I sat down and tears was coming out of my eyes because I started looking at all the accomplishments I actually because I need to do that every day. I have to do that
Mm-hmm.
every day because you start thinking about stuff that you don't need to be thinking about. It's like you
Yeah.
start thinking about the negative stuff a little too much when you got all of this good stuff that you could be reassuring yourself about instead of that negative stuff because we're human, you know. So
Exactly.
that and I took like an hour walk, Lyrik. I took and guess what? This how your subconscious work. I took an hour walk, and you know where I ended up? Where I ended up turning back around. So when I left my father, when he beat me for the last time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because my daddy was abusive, and it's because he was abused. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't
Right.
know no better. And he beat me for the first time, and I told this story many times too. I didn't leave because he beat me. He beat me way more times than he beat me that time. And I mean, it probably was the worst he ever beat me. But I didn't leave because he beat me. I left because the way he looked at me and he told me to take out the trash. He looked at me like I wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? After he beat the shit out of me and I was knocked out. He beat me. I was knocked out while he was beating me. Then I woke up. He was still beating my ass. You know what I'm saying? He was
Mm-hmm.
just like I was trash type shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, he beat me. I woke up crying, got up. Once he was done, he was done. And it was this look he gave me like I wasn't shit. When he told me to take out the trash, I left. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's that part. Where I walked to was my auntie house. Because once I left, the adoption
Mm-hmm.
people gave me to my auntie. You know what I'm saying? And my auntie is my mama in my eyes. She the one. When I moved with my auntie, that's when I began being Antoine. You know what I'm saying? And that walk straight led me to that house. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I looked, and I tears kind of came to my eyes at that time because while I was walking, I was starting to take notes of my life. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking. I'm like, okay, I graduated high school. How did that make you feel? How did that graduate high school make you feel? I was walking. Hey, you graduated college. How did that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? I'm just in it. Hey, you went to AIT. You went to Afghanistan. I went to Afghanistan, came back. I survived Afghanistan. I became an E6. How did that make you feel? You were chasing your dreams. You done had a building. You done did a video with your Big B. Big B and Nappy Roots. He was my favorite one out the group. And I've done 2 videos with him and did shows and do shows with him. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel, Antoine? And while I'm walking down the street, I'm yelling out, "Great!" You know what I'm saying? That made me feel great. I'm loud with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I had to also with Jay Waiters. You know, I'm like, you doing music with somebody who got motion also. It ain't like this somebody who's trying to get on your motion. He got motion too. How does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Taking those notes is, that's what my subconscious, was that's what it was telling me. That's what it was confirming. And can't nobody tell you these things. You got to know these things. You got to look deep inside yourself and do inventory on your own life to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing a lot of shadow integration too, because you better. You better. If you don't know what your shadow, it will take you down a road and you don't know what the hell going on. So
take you somewhere else.
Woo, and then I'm gonna sit here and tell you, Lyrik, it did. It has. To the point where I had to I'm like, man, I gotta something. You can't say you doing something that you don't want to do, but you doing it. You
Right.
it's you gotta figure that out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still working on shadow integration, and I'm loving it because it completes you. And the shadow is not nothing bad. It's actually a temperature gauge. That's how I see it.
Yes.
You know, so it's nothing. Your shadow is nothing bad. It's, as far as what I see, you know, it's just
Yeah.
it's a temperature gauge, and it can drive you. It drives you too if you don't know that it's there. You know, so
Yep. Once you learn how to embrace it, though, you good.
it feels great. Oh my God. Woo. Yeah, y'all getting it today. Y'all getting it today.
Yes.
All right. I got one more segment. How your time looking?
I'm good. Yeah, my afternoon was for you this today.
All right, good. I appreciate that. All right. We got one more segment for y'all. We finna go to my segment called Memoirs of a Forgotten Father. And I try to do the soliloquies to line up with the actual topic. Sometimes it ain't gonna happen, but today it's gonna happen. Last week it did happen too, but today it's gonna happen. This soliloquy is called "No Apologies for the Throne." So y'all sit back, listen. We're gonna do a little more reflecting, y'all. Let me see where we. So. No apologies for the throne. I've been quiet long enough. Letting whispers walk while giants slept. Letting pretenders play king. While I sat patient, crowned in hand, watching pawns flex like they had next. But I'm done being polite. Done shrinking for the comfort of those who ain't even built for the spotlight. See, I bled for this. Sacrificed nights, lost time, bet on myself when nobody was watching. And now, I don't owe anybody a step back. I don't owe clout chasers a single nod. Don't owe hobbyists a seat at the tables meant for builders. For the ones who grind with attention, not for attention. They talk loud but move small. Claim status but crumble under pressure. It's easy to pose when the lights are off. But when it's go time, silence exposes the frauds. So let me be clear. I'm not here to help you feel worthy. I'm here to elevate the worthy. If I call your name, it's a chance. If I walk with you, it's a privilege. And if I step up, best believe I'm stepping to lead, not to follow, not to ask, not to wait. No more deferring the ghost of potential. No more respect for those who wear crowns they didn't earn. I built this lane, brick by brick, word by word, move by move. And I refuse to let the unproven preach like they lived it. This throne ain't up for grabs, ain't borrowed, ain't inherited. It's mine, and I wear it with no apologies. If you're real, walk with me. If you frontin', fall back. Because I'm done asking for space. Now, I take. Yes. That was, I'm going to say this, that was the first part of me integrating my shadow. Because as a promoter first, artist second, I used to, that's why I say I used to smoke a lot. I used to, man, it's like, that's why I had to do the interviews like this. I did so many interviews with artists where they was lying through they mother freaking teeth. You know, it's just a lot of fake, it's just stuff that I had to swallow because it was where the environment I was in, you know, and I had to come to grips with myself. It's like, man, listen, bro, you are what you surround yourself with, regardless of what you say. And and you can let me know if I'm wrong. Your partner, you cannot ignore you can act like you ignoring what your partner doing, but you can't. You know, that energy is going to, you ignoring it is energy. You looking over it is energy. That's so you have to, like you said, Lyrik, you have to be comfortable with yourself, and you have to always be yourself. And you cannot confuse. And this is another thing that I had to figure out too today. You know, I never was taught the difference between confidence and arrogance. You know, you can think you know it, but I never. When I started to reflect on my, like, I don't want to do this because of this. I don't want to seem this way because of this. I don't want to seem arrogant. That's not. If you done the work and you talk about it and you know about it, that's confidence, buddy. Those the notes that I had to keep taking. That I'm taking now, that I got to keep taking. That's confidence. That's not arrogance. So when you been through certain things and you know certain things, this ain't you guessing. This is something that you know. So you know if somebody got on dirty clothes and a shiny chain, that chain is not real.
Much like that. Unless they done stole it.
Yeah, and but I'm gonna be honest. I knew it wasn't. When I'm thinking about it, it wasn't real. I know it wasn't real. But I get what you saying. Yes, it ain't matching, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So while you up here as an artist, up here, and these are true things that I'm saying to you. My goodness, all the lies I done heard in my fucking life is doing interviews. You know, just doing, and I'm looking them in their face, and they're lying. Oh man,
and you know it.
And they know it. You know it. The people around them know it. But ain't nobody calling them out on it. Not even me. You know, not even me, because I already know what comes with that. When I do call them out, now I'm the enemy. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm piercing something that your little validation is trying to cover up. But bro, if you really did these things, then why aren't you doing it now? You don't just, you know, I get that you can do something great. Just like if you're a true artist and you make it, yeah, you got a timeline. Yeah, you know, you might not be famous forever. We get that. But if somebody stole your song, or you wrote a song and somebody got famous off that song, you should be able to write another one. something should be able to be piggybacked off of somehow, some way.
Exactly.
So
If you did it before, you should be able to do it
you
again.
should be able to do it again. So that was kind of where that soliloquy came from. It was something. It was for me to say what I've always been wanting to say to some of these artists out here and people out here, and it was also to let people, for me to let myself know that I created something. I've created some great things throughout my career chasing this dream that I'm chasing. I created a lot of good things, and I have to take notice of that, and I don't have to apologize for that at all.
Absolutely.
So that's where that soliloquy came from. I got some more too. So reflection questions, and this is questions for the audience, and this is questions for people that's, you know, going through some things and need to ask themselves. And if you got a question in here that you want to answer, you can answer it. Have you mistaken? And I already answered this question for you. Well, for me, have you mistaken confidence for arrogance?
I don't think I have. Um, in other individuals, I don't think I have either. I think it's a clear vision, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah.
Um, on the difference between the two. You can kind of almost always tell if somebody doing something for ego, for self, and versus if, to spread love or whatever their message is.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of almost identify it in most people. Uh, I don't think personally I have mistaken confidence for arrogance in my own self.
No doubt.
I'm too humble, I think, sometimes. I don't think I toot my horn enough sometimes. So I'm in a space where I'm trying to get better about actually talking about the things I've done,
Right.
versus not so much. But yeah.
I must say I have, and I the reason I have, and my thing is, if you looked at me and watched me, you probably wouldn't know that because I'm embodied in confidence. Like, just that's why I thank my mom and daddy. My package is confident. It
Yeah.
is. So, um, but in the real inside of me, like, yeah, and I only, and the reason why I had to figure that out too, because I was abusing. It was a mechanism of being small, you know, and when you gotta be small, you kind of, you know, you kind of don't want to, what, how can you don't want to recognize certain things about yourself because you just don't, you got that small syndrome, and it ain't as, I can say it ain't as bad as it could be because I just got that power in me to do things. I don't know. Well, I do know. Let me stop saying that. I have an innate dignity. I've always had dignity about myself. That's why I left my daddy when he looked at me that way. The beating didn't make me
Right.
leave. It was the look of, nigga, you ain't shit. That's how that look. You like, nigga, you ain't shit. Go take out. Nah, bro. I'm definitely something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't, so I did have that dignity in me. And so, but as far as the confidence, it wasn't always, well, it was there, but it wasn't always recognized within me. I didn't always recognize. I didn't want to seem arrogant. That's if that makes sense. So,
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, because
so
I
that's
think I have moments like that too. Like, I definitely don't ever want to seem arrogant,
yeah,
and I don't want like any kind of success that I have to change me
yeah,
in ways that come off like that. Like, No, I still want to be the same me. I still want to be able to enjoy life the same way I'm enjoying it, no matter how much success or whatever that I earn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's where it comes in at, I believe, right there.
Hmm.
It is all right to. It's not arrogant when you're not trying to be arrogant. That's what makes it.
Hmm.
That's what makes it good because you don't want to be arrogant. That's how you know that it's not arrogance. But
Yeah.
it's not.
Your intention behind what you do, it tells it all. Like if you know your intention is not to be arrogant,
Yep.
it don't matter what nobody else thinks.
There you
Because
go.
most times that means that you're dealing with people that hasn't recognized that same power in their own self.
Yep.
So they're intimidated by you showing the confidence in what you're doing. And that's not for you to worry about. That's their journey. That's their issue to deal with, not yours.
No doubt.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Spoken like a true queen. All right. All right. Oh, let's see. Oh, I guess it was more to that question too. Let's say, or are you simply uncomfortable owning your accomplishments? Which we just spoke on it. We just spoke on that. All right. Let me put back these comments because we had some comments up there. Okay. All right. Do you require outside validation before believing in yourself? For both of us, is hell no. I already know.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. But that's a question for the audience. Think about that
Yeah.
too, man. Please think about that. I had to think about that, and in a lot of my soliloquies, I say that. I'd say I found out that I was looking for validation. Because you think some people, and I'm speaking about myself with it, you don't think you are. Like, everybody wants validation. Don't get me wrong. Everybody
Right.
wants validation. It's really about what type of validation you're looking for. You can validate yourself. Okay?
Yes.
Remember that. You can validate yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with validating yourself when it's truthful, when it's real. Okay? Now
Exactly.
if it's fantasy, you know, I'm talking about uh fake fantasy, or you really don't want it, or you just doing it for attention, so called. It ain't really you doing it for a reason. Then you might be in
Yes.
murky waters right there. But to each his own. To each his own. You know.
Right.
But know what type of validation you are looking for. Is basically what I'm saying. All right. What evidence have you already created that you've been ignoring? And go all the way back to grade school. You know what I'm saying? Take them notes. Take your notes of what you've done, man. A lot of people think they ain't, or feeling that they haven't done nothing when you done a whole lot that a lot of other people have not done. You know? And it ain't about comparing yourself to anyone. It's just about taking that self audit of what you actually done, and it could be wrong. It could be good or bad. You know, it could be good or bad. That's the point of taking that audit, to figure out where are you, and if you tripping off where you at right now, take that audit. Maybe you belong to. Maybe you
Hmm.
supposed to be exactly where you supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Case in point, I'm gonna give you an example because I love using real examples. Um, Last year, with 2024, I moved to another job. I was with one job. They lent me out to another job, and they liked me. You know, so I went on ahead and made the jump to that job. What happened was, you know, dude talked to me and he was like, "Hey, if you ever feel like you want to come over here, you can get foreman pay, and I get you a van. You'll get put in the van." At first, you know, the old me was like, you know, I want to be loyal to the people who I was with. I didn't, you know, they didn't do nothing to me, and da 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 da. But now I'm integrating my shadow at this time, and I'm like, you know what? I need to take a chance on my damn self. Why am I going, you know what I'm saying? I need to take this chance. So I took the chance. And I took the chance. They did exactly what they said they was gonna do. I had to remind them, but they did exactly what they said they was gonna do. And then I got fired a year later. You know what I'm saying? So when I got fired, you know how I wanted to send this dude a message. I felt really, really fucked up. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I felt so bad. Then I started taking inventory of myself, because one thing about me, I understand I'm human and I gotta go through the motions and all that, and I get that. But I can't stand to blame shit on somebody else. I just can't. I hate it. Once I start hearing myself talk like that, I know I gotta do something different. So I start taking a audit of myself. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get some more certifications. Cause I was off for a month. So, I had to make some situations happen within that month that needed to be done. And there was some great things that I had to let go, because it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do anyway. If I wouldn't have got fired, I wouldn't have made those cuts. I say that. Okay.
Right.
And then I started looking for other jobs. So I started putting in applications, and then I started seeing what qualifications they was looking for them jobs. And I started thinking man, I need to get these certifications. I need to do this. I need to do that. So I started doing that. I started to get those. Well, I didn't get them yet, but I did the test for them, and I'm studying them. And as I'm doing that, I'm at another job now where, I'm not getting the foreman pay. I don't got a van. I'm still getting paid what I want to get paid, you know what I'm saying, and all that. But I'm working on getting more certified. So once I did that, then I wrote them a message. And my message was to them, I'm gonna just paraphrase it. I appreciate you giving me the chance to be a foreman and giving me a van, and I appreciate that you fired me, because now I know that I need to get more certifications to be at that level that you gave me. I didn't earn that level. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I didn't earn that level. I didn't earn it. I took it, and I was doing the best that I could. But I didn't earn it, because all the I don't know what that is, but we almost done anyway. But I didn't earn it, and I had to go through that and audit myself to that. And then what he said was like, you a good journeyman, you a good person. He had a positive feedback to that. He was like, maybe we put you in the truck too early, and this and that. He didn't blame nothing on me. He was just like, maybe I was a great worker. I think they just put me in a position that they couldn't afford at the time. And so it really wasn't me, but I took it up on me to be like, it was me. Let me better myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And the job where I'm at now, I already feel like I'm going to be put in a position that I earned this time. So if that is we good? Hold on. You might have to come in and come back out. Let me do this real quick. Can you say something? Yeah. You probably gonna have to come in and come back I think that's like the internet doing that. That's what I'm thinking it is. But yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. You're gonna have to come in and come back in, click out and come back in. I'll wait on you. We just having, the internet be on that bull, but that's all right. We almost done, but I want to get through it. But it's like we was talking about. There we go. Holding.
That's it.
Yep. Let me get you back in. Let me get you back in. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. All right. But yeah, that's the story. What you was finna say?
I don't even remember. I don't even. I lost my thought, but I'm
Okay.
sure it'll come back to me.
Oh yeah, I got you. But cause I was saying, what was we talking about? Do you require? What evidence have you already created that you've been ignoring? Uh, where are you shrinking yourself to make others feel comfortable? Ooh,
Uh,
boy,
I don't shrink no more.
man, I was a shrinking motherfucker, and didn't even
Listen,
and was mad at myself, mad at everybody else because I'm shrinking.
yeah,
Stupid.
yeah.
It,
It's a. I think it's something that a lot of us experience, and
mm-hmm,
like you said, we have moments where people might have made us feel like we won nothing. Like
mm-hmm,
our little old ain't shit. you know,
yeah,
and I can remember literally shrinking myself when I was a teenager in high school, even like with singing. Um, like people just people are cruel in general. People can be cruel.
yeah,
And if anybody ain't feeling good about themselves or they're not experiencing the best in their life cycles, it just comes out cruel and harsh. Um, but I didn't like the spotlight for that reason alone. Like you're not gonna make me feel like I ain't doing nothing up here,
you heard me.
you know.
Right.
And yeah, shrinking is not an option when you following your dreams.
True that.
It's just not. It's just not. And if you have to be in any spaces that make you feel like you have to shrink, or around any people that make you feel like you have to do that, those are not your people.
Sure not.
Find better people.
Fine. For real. Real talk. All right. Have you earned more confidence than you've allowed yourself to possess? Have you earned more confidence than you've allowed yourself to possess? I think that's just another question of have you been shrinking? You know.
Yeah,
Um, so
maybe
what?
another way to saying it, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I get it. I get what I'm asking though, but it's pretty much the same question. Um, what would you change if you fully trusted your preparation? You know, um,
Yeah,
Asher, I
I
said
think.
it.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I already said it.
No, I think like even even the way that you worded the question, like it can be a moment of like, oh, when people start recognizing that you are holding something powerful within you, and they start expressing it, then we might take some things and be like, okay, we still want to be our humble selves and not really
Mm,
think too big on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that may be the spaces that we sit in where we may not be allowing ourselves to hold that confidence.
Yeah. I see.
But
And
but it is definitely something that we gotta be we have to find the harmony in it, the balance. You know, where we can still hold that confidence and still hold the humbleness that we harbor in ourselves
yeah.
and allow them to operate in the medium pathway or in a medium space. Um, and it's okay, like it really is okay to toot your own damn horn. If ain't nobody else patting you on the back, pat your own self on the back.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying? It is not nothing wrong with that because we don't give ourselves enough credit sometimes,
True.
and we be damn playing our own selves, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
instead of really looking at it like how you said you were, listing out the things that you've accomplished. Some of this stuff that we have gone through and accomplished, people don't even know, and
Real talk.
because it's not being talked about, we don't give ourselves the credit of like really understanding you really did that,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
So I don't know, but I think it could definitely be spaces that we sit in little pockets,
Yes.
not so much like a consistent thing.
Right. I think you just do it enough to where you are that you're comfortable and confident in yourself. You need to be
Hmm.
confident. You cannot be shrinking under certain things. You have to have that confidence, and nothing wrong with being confident. Don't nobody get mad at a tiger for being a tiger unless they eat your kids. You know.
Okay.
So, you know, you gotta go ahead and be that lion for
Yes.
enough times to where you're that, and people know you done been humble enough to where people know you humble, you know, and know that.
Yep.
What areas of your life require stronger faith right now?
Mm. Hmm. I just I'm not really sure because I have to be real honest. The space that I'm in right now, I just ain't. I'm not allowing myself to sit in those kind of spaces, like where I feel like I can't do something, or I'm afraid to do something, or what if they don't like it, or I just don't let myself sit in those spaces now. But there are moments like life ain't perfect, right?
Right.
We go through stuff and little moments in our life where we like, oh shoot, that didn't work. Let me try it a different way. You might have a moment of feeling like, I'm not sure about this. But for me, those moments don't last long at all.
Real talk.
Not no more.
Right.
Now, if we talking 15, 20 years ago, I had a long period of years at a time where I doubted myself. I didn't have enough faith to believe that I could do this or that. And not in the essence of like being capable, because I knew almost my whole life that whatever I want to do, I can do it. But it was just the confidence of saying I can create something, and this something that I created can be successful. I've always been highly successful with helping somebody else be successful,
Right.
you know.
Right. Right.
But when you doing your thing, this your baby, this is something you created with your passion and your heart and your hard work, knowing that that can be successful. I'm always feeling like I got it. Like I just don't sit in that space these days.
Good. Good. That's what we like to hear, man. What would you change if you fully? Oh, we already said that one. Who benefits when you continue doubting yourself? Boy, Woo, man.
No benefits.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a general paint. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
if you can probably, I mean, I can name some specific people throughout my life who
Right.
benefited from me doubting myself. You know, I can, but overall, it's just been people who want to use you.
Yeah.
That's that's what
That's
I
what it.
see.
That's what it is. In a nutshell, the users,
Yep.
the doubters, the
Yep.
people who don't love themselves enough to reach for their goals and dreams. You know, if we thinking biblically, the devil,
Oh, talk to
Satan,
him.
you know,
Yep.
but on a spiritual level, it's always the ones that got something to say. And they not benefit unless they getting something out of it.
Yep.
They don't want you. They don't want you if they can't benefit from you in some fashion. So when you doubt yourself, I do believe that the haters, whoever's out there that don't want to see you win, that's who's benefiting.
Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah.
All right. If someone studied your actions for the next 90 days, would they conclude you believe in your future?
Oh yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
You study me for a day, you're gonna conclude that because I live in the moment.
You hear me?
And, we might not get tomorrow. So whatever I can do today, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
No doubt. No doubt. I'm with you on that, man. That was the last reflection question for the soliloquy. I always end with a No Crumbs Coalition stat and a No Crumbs Coalition affirmation. The stat for the day is most people don't lose because they lack ability. They lose because doubt convinces them to quit before their preparation has a chance to work.
Mm.
And I can say that's true because I've been doing this part of my phase since 2000. It started in 2000. It actually started in 2010 when I joined the military.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a plan. My plan was to join the Well, I'll get into that story later. But I joined the military. Then I did school. I did college. Then joined the union, and the union was to fund my dream. That's it all. The college was to be good at the union, and because I
Mm-hmm.
really didn't have to go to college to get in the union, but I did it just to have that. It was to help with the union and with my dream because it was
Mm-hmm.
technical. I did project management and electrical engineering, so it all fits with what I'm doing right now. So 2016 is when I launched the dream part, the promoter slash artist part. So that was 2000. This is already it's 10 years later, and now I'm seeing the benefits of what I was doing, and it all. I did a whole lot of stuff in between that time, but it's 10 years later. I'm still got the same. Well, I still have a better confidence now, but I still got the
Mm-hmm.
same drive. The drive never went away, and I am now going into another phase because that was a 10-year phase, and I told myself at the 10-year phase I wasn't gonna quit. I was gonna see what I did right, see what I did wrong, and focus on what I did right, and then I was gonna put everything into the right. And then that's another phase that I'm. So now I'm in the beginning of my second phase of well, if you want to call it the second phase, I'm in another phase. So
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm not looking for no instant gratification. You know,
Right.
I'm just putting in the work that I know I can put in, and I'm gonna let that ball roll. I let go of the ball, and it's gonna hit some strikes. It's gonna leave two pins up one time, but it ain't gonna never miss them. It ain't gonna never miss the pins. It's not gonna go.
Okay.
So I've been in the game too long for the gutter ball. Okay. So NCC affirmation. I trust my preparation. I trust my discipline. I trust my ability to learn, adapt, and overcome. I do not apologize for my growth. I do not shrink for comfort.
Yes.
I act with confidence. I move with purpose. I build with faith. All right.
Yes.
I want to thank you, Lyrik Hunter, for being a guest on the PhilosoFee Show. I enjoyed your wisdom and your spirit and your healing words. We got to do this again, and I look very, very forward to seeing you in person and feeling your energy in person. And I'm looking forward to working with you also. So
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed the conversation. I like stuff like this because we get to talk about all the stuff that people don't see and, don't get to experience. So I enjoyed myself today, and I'm looking forward to learning more about you in the future and growing with you and doing some new stuff.
no doubt. I don't know if I'm gonna be in Dallas July 4th. I know I was gonna come July, the weekend, but I got to do I'm doing some modeling for the first time July 3rd.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make that. I gotta make that. And then my people, shout out to People Choice. Hey, if you in St. Louis, it's a free event, or you can buy some tickets and get you a little VIP area and some merch and all that. But Tweezy the Don gonna be walking the stage for the first time. I'm having a good time. And then after that, soon as that's over, yeah, I'm shooting up to Dallas because I got to drop off the awards. So I want to
Yes.
drop off the awards before I get on that plane. I don't want to be on the plane and have to.
All that stuff.
Yeah, so I'm bring it down there. I already have it set up with my people, so when I come down there, it'll already be down there. But I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna stay Sunday. I might leave Sunday. I might not. I don't know yet. I'm gonna talk to my foreman and see how it's gonna look as far as work. I know he ain't gonna care, but I don't like missing work like that. But I might stay Sunday and leave Monday because I want to meet some people. I want to see some people before I leave out. And I want to go check out some of the venues too so they can see my face and feel my energy. But I will be down there in Dallas in July 4th for sure. After that, I'll be down there August 21st. So I'll be there the Friday before the actual event. Hopefully, I can get some interviews in with some people. I'm looking forward to coming down there, man. And hopefully, if I don't see you in July, I will definitely see you August 22nd.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. And congratulations on your modeling. I said, oh, look at him. He gonna be showing man love handles. And I seen him peeking through. Go ahead then.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm in touch with. I learned that I had to get in touch with my feminine side too. It's I did that because people make you feel strange about certain things, man, and I don't like having to feel strange about nothing that I like to do or that's about me. I got some feminine in me too. I'm more masculine. Don't get me wrong, but I'm good with the feminine. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
So
that's in all of us. We all have masculine and feminine energy.
yeah.
So
So
we gotta learn to be okay with it.
You gotta be okay with who you are. God damn it. And I'm gonna be out there like this. Whatever they want me to wear, I'm gonna wear. I don't care if it look like it. I don't want to look too crazy, but I know it's a fashion show, so I'm open for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
self-expression.
I'm with it. If y'all want to use me as a muse, I'm gonna be the muse. So, all right, Lyrik Hunter. Before we get off, man, let them know where they can find you at and everything you doing and upcoming events and all of that.
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep it short. So, you can follow me. I'm only on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Like I tell everybody, I'm getting on up there. I can't handle none of those other platforms right now. So, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, under Lyrik Hunter, it's spelled with a K, Lyrik, not a C. Don't spell it with no C because you're not gonna find me. You're gonna find somebody else. Lyrik Hunter. And then as far as events, I would suggest that you go to my Instagram page, or my link tree, which is linked in any of my bios, and look at the calendars, because I do have a lot of things that I do in the community outside of my own events. I'm usually volunteering and helping out with several other organizations and individuals in the community that are doing things that uplift our people. So I would say follow me and just check out the calendars. I post the calendars. Anything that has a ticket link is always listed in my link tree to make it easy for you all to find the events, even if you're not particularly looking at the posts. But yeah, just check me out. I got a lot of wonderful things coming up outside of the poetry. I'm teaching and working with the youth and everything. So if you're like interested in booking workshops, whether that's creative writing workshops, healing workshops, leadership workshops, or just something that you want to do and you want to curate something specific to what it is that you want to push out, I'm available for all of that. So check me out, and thank you again, Tweets to Don, for having me on today. It was a pleasure.
All right, no problem, and thank you. I'm gonna end with a closing line. Faith doesn't wait for proof. Faith creates proof. And once belief becomes action, the impossible begins to look inevitable. Mm-hmm. See y'all next episode. See you later, Lyrik.
Yeah. Good old days.
King of the beats.
Overalls on, one strap off. Reebok pumps, fresh as menthol halls. Parachute pants, screaming hammer, don't hurt 'em. Pager going off, rocking a beast of burden. Mr. Roger changing shoes, got all the children learning. Marty McFly on family ties. Michael P. Keaton on all my business dealings. Before the Fresh Prince slap Chris Rock, mic drop. Oliver's Market, peanuts and coats. George Carlin speaking truth, standing up laughing with folks. Kentucky weather every day, every season. Honeysuckle breezes, wood burning, man what a feeling. Riding, reeling, four-wheeling, leaving memories stealing. Moments in time, working at 9 to 5. Dolly Parton finding frog hair, split 4 ways. Molly popping long ass lines like the disco days.
Set aside all your strain and your pain. Hit your ride, take a trip down memory lane, and let me hear you say, man, I miss the good old days. Hey man, I miss the good old days. One more time. Set aside all your strain and your pain. Hit your ride, take a trip down memory lane, and let me hear you say, man, I miss the good old days. Hey man, I miss the good old days.
Like one, miss the good old days. I miss the good old days. Like one, miss the good old days. The good old days. Like one, miss the good old days. The good old days. Like one, I miss the good old days. The good old days.
Started as a little kid, I'm watching the LL flow. Bouncing in my can, go in my room saying yo. Hit the schoolyard with it, made them all say ho. Crossed my arms in my Puma suit, made them say yo. Hit junior high, got jerked at the talent show. 3rd place on them hoes, but I had a talent though. Play ball with all my heart, but all I love with my flow. Win, lose, draw, they can't take my flow. After school classmates had, where would I go? Won't care, put me anywhere but bring my flow. Bowling Green, Kentucky, where I burned my flow. Friends gave up on me, but I always know. I told mama, if I get a shot, I'm gon' blow. Ask God for a blessing, and there I go. If you got a dream, well, don't let go. You know it now, and then never let go.
Set aside all your strain and your pain. Hit your ride, take a trip down memory lane, and let me hear you say, man, I miss the good old days. Hey, man, I miss the good old days. One more time. Set aside all your strain and your pain. Hit your ride, take a trip down memory lane, and let me hear you say, man, I miss the good old days. Hey, man, I miss the good old days.
Like water, miss the good old days. Miss the good old days. Like water, miss the good old days. The good old days. Like water, the good old days.
What's good? It's your boy Jay Waiters. Yeah, Triple D R&B. I'm here with DJ Sean Swift. WSCR Radio. Already know. Y'all already know what it is. 86.7 Swift. You know what I'm talking about? I just dropped out that Tuesday to Done. Features Jay Waiters, man. The remix Ride. That way. It's on my project too. Quiet track too. Y'all tap in. We're in Atlanta. Dallas to Atlanta. Y'all already know what it is.
Like some honey. Let's go. Got me lost in the mood.
Footprint of that ass. Go pump our gas.
Man, I appreciate you bringing me to the Big D, fam. It's everything I thought it would be.
Man, I just remember being in the loop, and I was like, man, if you come to the D, man, you'll see what I'm talking about, man. I'm glad you got to come out, man. And it's just the beginning, Tweezy, I promise you, man.
She sexy like the ride. She slid in my ride. She made me wanna. Shorty not basic, only penthouse views. Lips like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Look sexy, a model. Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride. Hop in the whip, baby girl. You know we good. No Diddy, no Drake. Let's get that understood. Might be some baby auto. A little smack and a little tussling, no fist though. You know what's happening. Take a week off, queen. We going places. Paris, Monaco, palaces. Don't pack your shit. I know you got me on the back end. Oh, you gon' bring that one friend. Double down on that then. Just pop the clutch, you gon' give a fuck. I'm gon' keep it up, yeah. That weed smoke, that honey pack, gonna test the nut, yeah. You six fuck, you six fuck, you six fuck, you six fuck. That weed smoke, that honey pack, gonna test the nut, yeah. Shorty not basic, penthouse view. It's like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Look sexy, a model. Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride.
Come up in my way, just me and you. No inner look. Come bless my mood. She hopped in my ride. I took her for a ride. Like Motorola, I've been through. I had so bad, I'm talking so loud. She took me for a ride. It caught me by surprise. She got that super wet, yeah, that good. Only time she hit a nigga up is for the good juice. Made it super sober, let's slip and slide, it's understood. You can trip on me, but not on my seats, and we all good.
Shorty not basic, penthouse view. It's like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Look sexy, a model. Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon'
like to ride.